I'm developing my very own indie mascot horror game, Indigo Park. Indigo Park is an immersive first-person exploration game where you break into an abandoned theme park and meet our colorful cast of friends. Once you're in, you're tasked with navigating the park, guided by your virtual assistant, Rambley the Raccoon. Hey guys, my name is Mason or UniqueGeese, and I think it's finally time that we talk a bit more about our game. Indigo Park takes a lot of inspiration from theme parks all over the world, and a big part of them are the cartoon characters there to advertise and bring life to the park. So making sure that we had a complex, vibrant, and exciting cast of characters was one of the top priorities in our game's development. We've been working on this game for quite a while now, and as we're getting closer to Chapter 1 being ready for you guys, I wanted to give you a quick look at some of the characters that you get to meet in Chapter 1 of Indigo Park. I've been doing daily reveals of these characters across my social media, but the Patreon got to see these all a little bit early. So if you're interested in supporting the game and my channel early on here, check out the Patreon with the link in the description. First up is the main man himself, Rambley the Raccoon. While he appears on screens in-game to guide you through the park, he was also the star of his own franchise of cartoons called Rambley and Pals. In these cartoons and their spin-offs, Rambley and the gang would go on adventures, get into all kinds of trouble, and America fell in love with him. If we ever get to the point where Indigo Park is big enough and we have like a budget to do it, I would love to produce some of these cartoons. I think one of the coolest things that these types of games are able to do is create media outside of just the games that really continue to build on the world. So if you guys support it, maybe that's something we can look at in the future. Everyone's favorite trash panda, Rambley the Raccoon, is here to make sure you have the most fun possible. While his friends may think that he gets a bit too excited, Rambley is always there for them. No matter what happens, Rambley will be there to brighten your day. As I said, you'll get the opportunity to interact with Rambley a ton in Chapter 1, and some of the stuff that we've been able to do with him has been amazing. When the park was actually open, he was a virtual assistant. Just walk up to any screen in the park and you could check your reservations, get directions to a ride, or ask any of your questions about the park. I think you guys are really gonna like him, and if you guys haven't already seen the teaser for like the first minute of gameplay, where you walk in and you have to sit down and he talks to you, like I recommend you check that out. I'll put a link in the description. But this interactivity is something that I haven't seen done in a lot of games, and especially not in the mascot horror genre. So we're excited to bring you guys something new and exciting that'll hopefully make your adventure through the park a little more interesting. I genuinely cannot wait for you guys to meet him. Rambley's 2D animation is being led and directed by the one and only Jake Neutron. You may know Jake from his Amanda the Adventurer fan song, Don't Listen, his F&F mods like the Dusk Till Dawn MLP Pibby song, his work with the Pibby series, Make Believe, or just that guy that keeps popping up on your Twitter feed because he talked about like some random ass cartoon and everyone thought it was funny. Rambley is being voiced by Vito, or Otterboy VA. You can check out his socials on screen, but he's an up and coming voice actor who is super talented. He nailed all of the lines for Rambley in Chapter 1, and now that they've been recorded for a while, I've got the opportunity to see them in context, and I'm just blown away. Super talented voice actor. Now, our second teaser was sadly for a character that we can't quite reveal yet. We were able to give the silhouette and a short bio, but it's really important to me that we don't show you guys everything that's in the game, because Chapter 1 is fairly short, because it's our pilot episode, you know? But this character is shy and melancholic. Sometimes Rambley and the gang can get him out of his shell, but he is annoyingly shy. When he's feeling a bit more comfortable and calm, he's been described as a bit reckless and silly. Again, I wish I could tell you guys more about him. He's easily one of my favorite characters. I still have the little notebook sketches of me coming up with him for the first time. But you guys will just have to wait for the game to come out to actually meet him. Now, our third teaser is for my pride and joy, the best pilot you ever saw, Mollie Macaw. Mollie is an aviator who loves to take to the skies in planes of her own creation. While she loves flying, she does have a bit of a crashing habit. She's a fun-loving, brash, and loyal bird who would do anything to protect her friends. When the park was open, Mollie was one of the star attractions. Again, I can't really get too much into the lore and exactly what's going on in the park, but the idea of having a walk-around character that could repeat lines from the guest, just like a normal real parrot would, is really exciting and brought a lot of traction to the park. Not to mention, she's just a little guy. She's easily one of the most cute and fun characters I've had the opportunity to work on. I just love her so much. I love Mollie. But if you guys have seen the trailer for the game, I'm sure you know that you get up close and personal with Mollie fairly quick. Mollie's voice actor is the one and only Toasty Marshmallow. You may know her from her various anime and cartoon singing and commentary videos, along with countless YouTube shorts and TikToks that rose her to fame, but I'm sure most people in my community know her as the voice of Amanda in Jake Neutron's Don't Listen. She also just kept popping up on my For You page on TikTok because she did an ad with like DoorDash for the Super Bowl, which is like insane.
This is a canon event.
Toasty has been a pleasure to work with and completely nails the voice that I want to have for Mollie, and I can't wait for you to hear her in action. Our next character, again, was one that we can't quite reveal yet, but I'm pretty proud of this one. Unfortunately, they're a bit of a troublemaker, so I can't really show her off yet. They're always causing trouble for Rambley and the gang. They're super quick and cunning, but try to hide it with their punk exterior. They have a brilliant mind, creating all kinds of contraptions to ruin Rambley's day. Keep an eye out, as they're quick and can use countless inventions to get out of a sticky situation. Again, this is a character whose story I'd rather have unfold in the game itself, but I really think you're gonna like them. Our last big character reveal was a full look at Lloyd the Lion. We teased this character a few times in the past, especially if you guys saw the main trailer. He pops up a few times. But there were a lot of people who still had no clue this character existed, or they didn't know the name of it, or they were confused as to what he was. So I'm excited to finally be able to talk about him. Lloydford L. Lion, the regal lion of the main stage, is decked with the finest tailor suits that make royalty look like mere commoners. Lloyd struts across the stage with an air of arrogance that could rival any monarch. He's friends with the main cast, but he's really starting to push it. Lloyd is a super self-centered character. He's always trying to be the star of the show. If there is attention, it should be on him. He's cocky, stubborn, and genuinely believes that he's the best person in the world. While Rambley and his friends tolerate him, there's times where he takes it a bit too far and it causes conflict within the gang. Lloyd was another character who was available for meet and greets around the park, even having his own theater, where you could see his real-life counterpart perform, or where he would be the host of various shows and events. Again, we can't tell you too much about Lloyd, but we hope that giving you guys a full reveal will tide you over for now. We debated on announcing this in today's video, but I'm happy to announce that Lloyd's voice actor is none other than Rect or Rect-D. You may know Rect for tons of different things that they've done online, but in recent years their biggest achievement has been the With Lyrics series, specifically in Friday Night Funkin'. He's also done tons of Pizza Tower songs. He was the creator of the lyrics for the "Every Pokemon can fly majestically to the sky, but I can walk. They can walk." Rect is super talented when it comes to this kind of stuff, and he's not only voice acting Lloyd, but also one of the head writers on the project. Again, we've been working our butts off on Chapter 1, and we hope that showing you guys some of these characters will give you a look into the world that we're trying to create. Again, I wish I could tell you guys more about the game, the story, the lore, but that's all stuff that you're gonna have to figure out once the game comes out. If you have any questions about the game or the characters, leave them in the comments down below. And while you're down there, tell me which is your favorite character. I know you've only really seen Rambley, Mollie, and Lloyd, but out of them, who's your favorite? Please let us know down below. Thank you again to our Patreon members who are on the screen, and I'm gonna get back to working on the game. Thanks for watching.